Hello Year 6. So today we are going to be doing some origami, which I know some of you really enjoy. Some of you might have done this before, some of you might not have done it at all. So we are here to have a go at it together. So we are going to be making some little origami Santas, which are quite easy once you get the hang of it. It might be a little bit tricky, so you might need to give it a practice first of all. So to do this, all you need is one piece of paper, and it might be a scrap piece of paper, it might be a page out of a magazine, or you might have plain paper at home. So any piece of paper that you can get, and you will need a pair of scissors, okay? But you only need to cut once. So if I go a little bit too quickly, then you can pause me and go at your own pace. I'm going to try and do the folds on camera, but it might be a bit tricky to fold in the air. So I might need to just fold it a little bit on the table and then show you, okay? So the first thing we need to do is make our paper square, okay? Now we should hopefully all remember how to make a piece of paper square because we've done it for our other origamis. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this corner over to this side until my edges line up nice and neatly. So I'm going to keep rolling it until I get a nice neat edge at the side. Try and line up your edges as best as possible, but it doesn't matter if they're slightly off. So you should have a little triangle. And then what we're going to do with this part at the bottom is we're just going to cut it off with our scissors. And like I said, we've done this in lessons before, so hopefully this bit is nothing new to you. Okay, so now when you open up your piece of paper, once you've got it into a triangle, you should have a square. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is fold this side down to this side. So we're going to fold it this way. And we're going to line up our folds as best as we can. So line up those edges before we fold it across. Okay, so you should have it in half like that. Then we're going to open it. So you should have your line across the middle. And we're going to fold this edge to this edge. So we're creating another line. So you're not folding it the same way you just folded it. You're folding it the opposite way. So meet the edges nice and straight, and then do your little fold. So when you open it, you should have a cross in the middle and your little diagonal line. Okay, I know it's a little bit tricky to see, but hopefully that's what you've got. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the bottom and we're going to fold it up to your new crease that you've made along the middle. So we're folding it up the same way, but we're not going all the way to the top. We're going to that new crease that you've made in the middle of your page. So line it up before you do the fold. So you should get that, okay? So you're just folding it up to the middle. And then we're going to do the same thing for the side. So we're going to get the side and we're going to just fold it to this middle point. So we're folding it this way, but only to the middle of our piece of paper, not all the way across this time. So it should look like this. So when you open it, you should have lots of little squares on one side and not many folds on the other, okay? Then we're just going to reinforce this line across the middle. So we're going to fold our piece of paper into our triangle again, but that line should already be there for you from when you made your piece of paper square. So that's already there. So like I said, looking at it, you should have one side that's got lots of folds and little squares and one side that hasn't got as many. Okay. Now, if it folds this way, downward, we're going to turn it round. Okay. So that it now folds either towards us, or if you've got it on the table, it folds flat to the table. Okay. So it doesn't open towards you, it opens underneath. Okay. Then we're going to get this little square. So you should have the bit, so you've got your diagonal line that's now straight across. So you're looking at a diamond. And then you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sort of little squares with a couple of half diamonds. So you're looking at it this way. Then you're going to get this corner and you're going to fold it to the top. Okay, so we're going to go like this and fold it to the top of just that little box that you have got there. Okay, so it should look like this. Then we're going to open it and you're going to put this point to the new line that you have just made, the new fold. So it should look like that. So you folded it again a little bit and now you're going to open it again and do one last fold of this corner to your new line that you have just made. So you're just joining to the new folds. So you should have folds that look like this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fold it up. So we're going to fold this line up to our new crease, our crease that we had. So that should fold easily. This next part we're going to fold up to our second crease. Now this is going to be a new fold, sort of like a roll. So where you had your other crease. And then we're going to do one final fold and we're going to fold this and there should be a crease behind it. So it should fold nice and easily. Okay, so you've got like a flat roll at the bottom. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to flip the paper entirely upside down, like this. So if you've got it flat, you've got the flat point here at the top, but the fold is underneath, so you can't see it, okay? So the flat point is at the top of the page if you've got it down, but you cannot see the fold towards you. The fold should be underneath, okay? Now, this is a bit of a tricky fold, but it should fold. If you've got all your folds in the right place, it should just fold over. So you're going to push down these two sides. So it will bring, if you push it properly, it will bring the top down too. Okay. Which will fold in and give you this sort of shape. So it's like a little hood with capes. So if you were doing that on the table, you've got it flat like that. And you're going to pull this side in along your fold you've already got, and it will pull the top down. Okay, so if you've got it flat on the table in front of you rather than in the air like me. So it gives you this little shape. So it looks a bit like a hood with sort of cape wings. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to fold this corner all the way up to this corner so we can't see this little bit anymore. So we're going to fold it all the way up like that. Make sure it's nice and flat. Okay, so it looks just like a normal triangle now. Okay, so it looks just like a normal triangle. You can't see any of the bits underneath. Okay, now here is for the really clever part. So we're going to pull this down. Now this is Santa's beard. This bit is his hat. Okay, so where you've got this little fold, that's the rim of his hat. So you're going to have to bring his beard down, and between the rim of the hat and where you're going to fold the beard, you need to leave a little gap for his eyes. Okay, so there should be a small space between his beard that you've just rolled down and the rim of his hat. So you should be able to get like a fingernail in there. Then you're going to fold his beard down once more. So you're going to do, and it's up to you how big you make this fold. You're going to fold the top of his beard down a little bit to make a little mustache. Okay. So this will make the gap for his eyes a little bit wider. So if you can see there, so I've rolled his beard down to make his mustache. Okay. So this is his hat. This is where his eyes are going to go, and this is his mustache, and this triangular bit is his beard. Okay, so you may think that doesn't look entirely like Santa right now, and that's because we're now going to turn it over. So if you've got it flat on your table, you're going to turn it over so you can't see his hat or beard anymore, and so you've just got a nice flat triangle on the top. Okay, so this is what you're looking at on the table, and you're going to bring this corner all the way up to this corner. So you're going to fold it like that, okay? So it should look like that. And then you're going to fold this corner up to this corner as well. So you should have two little triangles. So it should look like that on the back. And if you turned it over, it should look like that on the front. So he's got his hat and his beard on the front. So turn it back over to the back. So you've got these two bits. Now this is the last fold you're going to do, but it's quite a tricky one because you need to make sure that you've got all the layers. So you're then going to fold again. You're going to fold this corner over to the middle, but you need to make sure you get all his layers. So you're going to fold it like this, right up to the middle. Up to your middle fold, but you need to make sure you folded over his beard and his mustache as well. So you should have sort of layers flicking out. And then you just do the same to the other side. So you fold it into the middle like you just did to the other layer, making sure that you have got all the layers in. So then if you turn it round on the other side, you can see that you've got Santa, you've got his hat, where his eyes are going to be, his little mustache and his beard, and this is his little suit, okay? So if you turn it back round on the back, obviously the back is a little bit flappy. Now you can do two things. Now obviously in origami you're not supposed to use any glue or tape or anything to hold anything together. So if you want to do it the proper way, you can put this under something big and heavy, like a big book or something like that, and leave it for a while and it will flatten it down on the back. If you want to do a little bit of a cheat, which is what I did on mine, I have just got some tape because I didn't have any glue, but you could glue it, and I've just taped down the back of my Santa so it was less floppy, and so I didn't have to wait for it to flatten, okay? But like I said, you're not usually supposed to stick origami, but if you want to flatten it a little bit. Then that is your mini Santa. Now he doesn't look like Santa right now, so you need to add a little bit of colour to him, draw on his buttons and his eyes. You can decorate him however you like, and you can make lots and lots of mini Santas. You can make lots of them, okay? If you need to go back and try again because it went slightly wrong, then you can start the video again and have another go. But it's a little bit tricky once you get started. But once you get the hang of it, you can make lots and lots, and hopefully you can help each other as well. So if your friend is struggling, then maybe you could FaceTime them or send them a video and show them how to do it, okay? So hopefully we'll be seeing lots of little origami Santas sent through to us on our emails, and I look forward to seeing them.